Welcome to the OACAC/OTC Virtual College Fair. My name is Jasmine, and I'm serving as the facilitator for our session today. We have a fantastic lineup of schools. Each presenter will have approximately 6 minutes to share information about their institution. Before we get started, I have a few housekeeping announcements. The first announcement: your camera and microphone are off, so our presenters are unable to see or hear you. Second announcement: you can use the Q&A feature in Zoom to type your questions to our presenters at any point throughout our session today. Third announcement: this is just one of a few different sessions we're offering, so feel free to visit our registration site to sign up for additional sessions. And finally, this presentation is being recorded, and you can access this recording by visiting scribescan.com/Ohio. With all of that said, I want to go ahead and turn it over to our first presenter from Youngstown State University.
Thanks so much, Jasmine. I appreciate it. Hello, all. My name is Kim Avery. I am the Associate Director of Transfer Admissions and Recruitment at Youngstown State. I've been working with transfer students for a little over 17 and a half years. So I love working with transfer students. I was actually a transfer student myself. So just to share with you some information about Youngstown, I'm actually taking you to my transfer admissions pages, but just to kind of give you a sense of what we can offer you as a transfer student. But Youngstown State University, we are considered a mid-sized campus. We have a little over 11,000 students. We have both online completion programs for some students who are looking at finishing up their bachelor's degree from an associate's degree in a variety of different areas. And we do have on-campus programs as well. We are a pretty transfer-friendly institution. We'll accept all of your credits. It just comes down to how do they apply to the degree program that you're looking at. So it's the matching and the applicability piece. As long as it's coming from a regionally accredited college or university, you are in good shape. Our transfer pages, it's really easy to find. It's transfer.ysu.edu, and it takes you to this landing page, and it has a lot of information about the admissions process, general credit transfer information, financial aid and scholarships, resources, frequently asked questions. So the admissions process, it's all laid out here for you. My contact information is also here, and I can put it in the chat after I'm done, so you'll have it as well. But if you have any questions about your transfer credits, how do they apply, a preliminary evaluation, I can provide those to any student. We also use the transferology system. So if you are just wanting to do it on your own, you can go to the transferology page, www.transferology.com. Plug in your courses from your institution, see how they match to Youngstown State. But the acceptance or the admissions process is right here. Tells you everything that you need to submit as part of your application. It gives you links that take you to the application page. We do offer transfer scholarships specifically for transfer students. Those are on our financial aid and scholarships tab. They're a little bit lower. They are our merit-based scholarship. There isn't a separate application as long as you have a 3.0 combined. So if you've gone to more than one institution, your overall GPA is then calculated to determine scholarships. 3.0 or higher would get you an automatic transfer scholarship. We also have a Phi Theta Kappa scholarship available. I need proof of membership. So as long as you can email me your certificate, you are in good shape. And these are stackable. So if you qualify for the transfer and Phi Theta Kappa, they can come in together and you can have around $3,000 per year with regard to transfer scholarships. There's some additional transfer scholarships a little bit further down. I am a member of the Ohio Transfer Council. Those scholarships are on an annual basis and those are not renewable, whereas my specific scholarships here at YSU are renewable for up to 3 years, as long as you're meeting the renewal criteria in this column. There's some, on some of the other tabs, again, there's some credit transfer info. You can go in, kind of see some state policies. We do accept credits, again, from any regionally accredited college or university. If you've attended a non-regionally accredited college or university, we do accept those on a case-by-case basis. I can't guarantee that we'll accept everything, but some of the gen eds from those non-regionally accredited institutions can still transfer and apply. I've worked with many students over the years with regard to though attending those institutions. There's a lot of resources on our transfer page, the various state policies. Again, if you're transferring from a state institution to another state institution, the state provides those certain guarantees. And then we have partnerships at certain community colleges with Lakeland and Lorain. Again, transferology is mentioned here. And then further down, I have our community college general education transfer guides. So you can go and see, okay, are these one of the community colleges that I've attended? And it tells you how we accept some of those general education courses. And then again, we have very specific articulation agreements within your area. Frequently asked questions. Again, if you have questions specifically and you want to set up an appointment with me, I can do it virtually. We can do it in person, and then we can kind of get that going. We also have a visit day coming up this Saturday. I know it's a little late last minute, but if you're interested in coming to one of the programs on our visit day on Saturday, you can come to our admissions page and get that information. So thanks so much. I really appreciate your time and your attention. Enjoy your evening, and hopefully I will see you at one of the YSU visit days. Take care.
Thanks, Kim. Our next presenter is from Ursuline College.
Hello, everybody. My name is Laren Runco, and I'm going to present to you today from Ursuline College. I am one of the assistant directors of transfer admission. I'm joined today by my colleague, Dwayne Newsom, who is also on this call. I work with the students who are not nursing majors, and Dwayne works with the students who are nursing majors. I'm going to share with you a quick little PowerPoint that we have that'll just give you an introductory message about Ursuline. Wait 1 second. Let me unshare for a minute because and show. Where's my stop share? This happens to me all the time. Give me 1 quick second here. Share. There we go. Ay, ay, ay. I'm looking for my PowerPoint.
Just for the record, you're not sharing your screen right now.
Okay. This happens all the time. Dwayne, thank you. Hit the sound. Just hit that screen and hit the button in the middle. Dwayne, I think if you hit the button in the middle of that picture, like right there, you'll get it. I think if you hit the button in the middle, Dwayne, you'll get it.
And if it would be helpful, we can come back to you all.
Yes, come back to us, please. Sorry.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next presenter, Jennifer.
Hello, my name is Jennifer. I am an enrollment representative from Tusculum University, and I'm going to start my screen share. I'm just going to, before I go through my book, I'm just going to give you some highlights about Tusculum. Tusculum is actually located in Greenville, Tennessee. Tusculum is a small campus, about 1,600 students. There is student housing, and we do offer merit-based scholarships for students that are transferring in. That would range anywhere from $6,000 to $12,000. To transfer in, you would only need to be able to have a 2.0 GPA and 12 credit hours from a regionally accredited institution. We are pretty transfer friendly as well, but as another university also mentioned, that some courses may actually transfer in as a elective, not actually as what you're needing for that. So also be sure to check with the registrar if you are actually wanting to transfer courses in. Our application is always free. We do have sports on campus. We're NCAA Division II. Let's see here. Let me try to click through this. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Everything looks different. So something that makes Tusculum unique is we have a day that we call Netty Day, and everybody gives back to the community in some way, shape, or form. We are a university that is a liberal arts university and also civic arts. So that means that when you leave here, you will be making the world a little bit of a better place, and you will know how to do that. So there's a video here. I'm not going to show all of it because of the fact that the time constraint, but this is where our students went out and helped on Netty Day. Can you guys hear? Oh.
Welcome to 2019 Netty Day. Today is a day about honoring our benefactor, Nettie Fowler McCormick, and to honor her servant's heart by giving out in the community. It's also a way for us to put action to the civic arts that Tusculum embodies. So today we are serving in a number of different, 34 actually different community agencies, and the students the volunteers are serving in different areas such as landscaping or cleaning, supporting areas such as education, art, meeting basic human needs. We have 34 different sites that we're serving today with about 730 volunteers. So before we get started today, here's a quick message from Tennessee First Lady Maria Lee.
Okay, I'll go ahead and stop that there. That way we don't run out of time because that's a little bit longer video. But that's one of the things that happens on campus here. There is a lot of hands-on learning as well as research at the undergraduate level. This is about where we are located at in Tennessee, at that orange dot right there. So we're located right in the middle of the Smoky Mountains. One thing that makes Tusculum unique is our engaged schedule. So student athletes or just students that are non-athletes can take part in many different activities, and it never runs into their education because as in it does I didn't mean run into the education, but it doesn't take away from the education. So classes are over about 3:30 in the afternoon. And also there's no classes on Friday unless you're in a few of the labs over in like biology or something like that. So it's like a Monday through Thursday schedule here. On those Fridays, if students are not working in town or engaged in sports, then they can check out hiking or biking equipment and go into the mountains for the weekend from student affairs. And that is actually all included in that. There's no charge for that. And we have students that are from 38 different states and 33 different countries on campus. The NCAA Division II sports, this is a list of our sports that we do have on campus. Bowling and beach volleyball is our two newest sports that we now have here, but this is a long list of all of that. Since we are NCAA Division II, if you are interested in sports, you can stack your academic merit scholarship along with your any sports scholarship that you would be offered. We have more than 60 different majors and minors and pre-professional areas of study. And this is a list of our majors and minors and areas of study. And I did want to mention, I haven't mentioned it yet, that Tusculum University was actually Tennessee's first institution of higher education in the state of Tennessee. It was actually here before the state was even here. So 1794 is when we were founded. This slide right here reminds me to tell you guys about our chemistry students was actually doing paid undergrad research this past summer on our campus. They were changing chemotherapy medications and trying to make it light sensitive so that if you injected that into an area that needed to be treated, then the medicine only affects that area of the body. That's the exciting thing.
And we're going to go ahead and move back to Laren.
Hi, guys. Thanks again for your patience. Now, this time, let's see if I've mastered this screen share business. Okay, here we go. Couple-minute video.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I'm here to tell you about Ursuline College. Ursuline is a place that helps you make your world more, and has been doing that for a very long time. Here's how it's done. Here are the UC facts you need to know. Ursuline College sprawls across 60-plus acres in Pepper Pike, Ohio, and has an enrollment of 1,073 students, with a student-faculty ratio of 8:1. With 20-plus undergraduate programs, UC is always ready to meet the needs of today's student. Ursuline is a women's-focused college, which means historically, Ursuline has supported women with a population of 90% women. With 12 NCAA Division II sports programs, Ursuline arrows soar through the GMAC conference. Campus living? Oh, we got it. Smith, Murphy, and Grace, 3 residence halls to call home. Not to mention, we have about a bajillion Canadian geese to make your friends. Ursuline isn't just numbers, though. There is so much value behind the values. Ursuline is ranked #1 as Ohio's most affordable college with such an amazing value. UC supports the #2 school of nursing in the state of Ohio and is ranked 51st nationwide. With one of 2 accredited art therapy programs in Ohio, there is so much to offer students who want to help others. Not only that, Ursuline is home to an amazing fashion program that has access to one of the oldest costume collections in the state. Do you like food? We do. Check out Met's Dining, our nationally ranked food provider, serving up fresh, local, farm-to-table foods you will think you're eating 5 stars. Founded in 1871 by the Sisters of Ursuline, shout out to the Mother House, Ursuline College has had many homes before landing in Pepper Pike, Ohio, only 15 minutes outside of Center City, Cleveland. Ursuline's true home has always been Cleveland. Cleveland sits on the banks of Lake Erie and has so much to offer our students. Home to 3 major sports league teams, Go Browns, the second largest and most successful theater district outside of Broadway, 18 metro parks with over 100 trails to hike, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the first ever shopping mall in the United States, and so much more. So what are you waiting for? It's your turn to make your world more at Ursuline. Schedule a visit, get your application materials ready, talk to a counselor. Prove to yourself that your destiny and future are in your hands. And at Ursuline, you'll be in the best hands to make your vision a reality.
Okay, got that part done. That's the hard part for me. We are let me get back to that slideshow because I can go from there and do the rest of my presentation. Ursuline does manage to cover quite a few different majors, and we are in our 150th year. Oh, stop.
Hi.
We're in our 150th year, and we've been transforming students for years in service, leadership, and professional excellence. These are our majors here. The green ones are our popular majors, and nursing is definitely our number 1 major. We have the 2nd ranked nursing program in the state, and it's been our mainstay for years. But art therapy, the helping fields, and our fashion design and merchandising set us apart. We have a new engineering program with a 3-2 partnership with the University of Dayton, and exercise science is one of our newest programs, and that's growing a lot. People are using that to go into different health related fields. And very exciting to us is we're starting a physician assistant program. The first cohort's going to start next January, so we're really excited about that. Our nursing program, which Dwayne represents, also has a very well-known 2nd degree accelerated program. So if you're thinking about nursing but are fairly far along in your studies and want to get out with a major in other than nursing, by taking appropriate prerequisites, you can come in and do our 2nd degree accelerated nursing program in just a little over a year's time. We do offer athletics, as we mentioned, as Division II. Our stunt team is our newest, which is a lot like it's competitive cheer. So that's a really neat program. Our sports programs are female only, as we are a predominantly women's institution. Our tuition this coming year is $36,390. Our room and board, another $12,000 if you choose to live on campus, yet most of our transfers do commute. Interesting for us is that parking and textbooks are included in your cost of tuition. We also have free laundry if you live in the residence halls, and our financial aid packages are very generous, averaging at about $38,000. We do offer merit scholarships to transfer students based upon your college GPA. So that would be the combined GPA at all the colleges you've attended. It ranges from 19,500 down to 10,000. So every student receives a $10,000 award minimum.
And Alexandria from Muskingum University will present next.
Hi, my name is Alexandria. I am the transfer coordinator for Muskingum University. Let me get this up. Okay, so again, my name is Alexandria. I am the transfer coordinator for Muskingum University. Muskingum is located in New Concord, Ohio, which is about southeastern Ohio area. We do have a smaller campus of about 1,300 undergraduates, and New Concord's a very small village. This will work. Our application process is very simple, very easy. Our application is free. You can go to our website at muskingum.edu/admission/apply, and you can apply through our application, or I know that the Common App has a transfer application, and we accept that as well. So if you already have a Common App application started, you can go ahead and add Muskingum, or if you don't, and you already know that you're interested in Muskingum, you can apply through our application. All we need is your high school transcript and a college transcript from every institution that you have attended. If you have 15 credits completed or less, I will need your high school transcript as well as that college transcript to review your application. If you have 16 credits completed or more, I do not need your high school transcript to review your application. I just need your college transcript. But we need your high school transcript eventually. We will accept unofficial transcripts. So if you have access to your unofficial transcripts, we will accept those for the application process. And eventually we will need official final ones. We are test optional. However, if you are interested in our nursing program, the requirements in the application is very different, and it's a little bit more difficult to transition into, but I have my contact information on the last slide, and I'd be happy to work with you one-on-one and our nursing department as well. And the last thing is that we're also enrolling admissions. So I will review applications. I will look at applications until the first day of fall semester, if that is something you're interested. Another great thing is our First Aid Complete program. So we just started this last fall. This is already included. Your books and course material are free for all full-time undergraduate students. This is not a first semester thing. This is not a first year thing. This is every semester, every year that you are a full-time student at Muskingum University. This just helps saves the cost. A lot of our students, again, we're kind of in the Appalachia, Ohio area, and we know that a lot of our students do depend on financial aid and scholarships and their FAFSA and loans. So we helped work with our bookstore to make sure that we can cut costs where we can. And Muskingum University and Barnes & Noble's College, which is what our bookstores ran out of, made a contract, and this is what we're able to offer our students. We also have a range of academic scholarships ranging from $9,000 to $15,000. If you have 16 credits or more, a 2.4 GPA to a 3.6 and above, you'll fall within that $9,000 to $15,000. If you have less than 15 credits, your 15 credits or less, then we use your high school GPA and your high school curriculum with your college GPA, calculate the difference, and it will award you a specific academic scholarship. We also have department scholarships, Phi Theta Kappa scholarships, Presbyterian scholarships, legacy scholarships. So there is a wide variety of scholarships for transfer students. You have to have a 3.0 GPA in order to keep those scholarships, but they are renewable every year that you're here. You just have to keep a 3.0 GPA. Not wanting to. Okay. Here's my contact information. I'm the only transfer person at Muskingum University, so I try to work with my students one-on-one when I can. If you have any questions about, where your credits transfer in, we also use Transferology. You can find that on our website, our transfer website. We also will send out a transfer credit evaluation. So once you apply to Muskingum, you've been accepted, we send your transcripts up to our registrar's office, and they will create a transfer credit evaluation where they will look at that institution that you're transferring from, and will that English class at that institution transfer in as this English class? Yes. And then we send that to you, and so you can kind of see what will my credits be, what will my classes be. We will schedule your first semester classes for you. We work off of that transfer credit evaluation. We look at your academic interest, and then we have that department head also work with us to make sure that you're staying on track and that you are graduating within your time frame. And that is it for Muskingum University.
Thank you so much. Our next presenter is from Wright State University.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome. If I can hit all the right buttons, that would be awesome. Perfect. Now I believe you should be seeing my presentation here. Welcome. My name is Rachel Fulton with Wright State University. I use pronouns she, her, and hers. This evening, I'm going to share with you just a quick bit of information about Wright State and why transferring might be the best option for you. Some physical features about our campus. Wright State is located just about 8 miles outside of downtown Dayton, Ohio. On our 557 acres, students like to say that our campus is warm, safe, pretty relaxed environment, lots of forests across campus, and places to hike and walk some trails and things of that nature. One big feature of our campus are the almost 2 miles of underground tunnels that connect all but 2 buildings on campus. And so that means on rainy days like today, if you are in our area in Ohio, you can make it from your English class to the Union for lunch, over to your math class, all in no time while staying dry and not lugging around an umbrella or anything like that. It also makes us one of the most accessible campuses in the region. For those interested, we do also have campus housing in a variety of models, both residence hall and apartments, one that is family and adult friendly, that have different themes and interest communities as well. As far as academic features are concerned, we have over 160 undergraduate degree programs across a wide variety of majors. Those majors are all residing in academic colleges that you can see here. Everything from business to psychology, computer science, everything in between. Sometimes when you're looking to transfer, Wright State can feel like it's huge compared to your current institution or your previous institution. But in reality, our student faculty ratio is just 15:1. So that means that you still get that smaller class size feel and that personalized experience continuing on at that university level. With just over 8,500 undergraduate students, that 15:1 student to faculty ratio may now seem a little surprising. So it's great that we're able to pull off those small class size feel with as large as our campus can be. Beyond getting involved in the classroom, as a result of those smaller class sizes, there are plenty of opportunities for you to get involved outside of your academics as well. Over 170 clubs and organizations. There's a little something for everyone. And when you're not sure where to start, there are campus traditions that you can be involved in that'll help you learn more about what clubs and organizations might work for you. For example, April Craze is here in just a few weeks. Huge end of the term campus event, let off some steam, take the zip line across campus, while also engaging with student organizations and clubs and getting to know them as well. If all of this piques your interest, highly encourage you to come see us either in person or virtually. Nothing will give you a better gut feel of whether it's the right fit for you than checking out campus. So check out the website here, wright.edu/transfer/visit, and keep an eye out for additional visit opportunities like the Inclusive Excellence Series or specific college or program visit days. When you're ready, you can apply to transfer at the website and QR code here. Our application is entirely free and is rolling, but we do have some recommended application deadlines so that you can ensure that you get your credits transferred over in time, meet with that academic advisor closer. That way you're able to register closer in line with what will be your peers. So your junior, sophomore, junior level peers at Wright State. If you're interested in seeing how your credit might transfer before you apply, you can either request a review by sending us an email. Our email address is there. Make sure you tell us who you are, where you're coming from, and send a copy of that unofficial transcript. Or you can take that self-checkout route by going to transferology.com, and you've heard a little bit about that already here today. The same information that we would provide you via email is going to be found on transferology.com. So don't feel like that self-checkout route is sort of the lesser than. Either or will absolutely work. Our academic advisors are also always willing to meet with prospective students before you apply to see how that applicability fits in, right? It's one thing to say your transfer credit's going to come in. It's another to say it's going to apply to your program. Official credit evaluations and postings then don't happen until after you're officially applied and admitted, but they use those same rules that we do for our unofficial evals. Here you'll see a brief breakdown of your tuition and fees. Won't go through this line by line. Just know that we are one of the most affordable institutions in the region. We also do have a handful of scholarships for transfer students. Different requirements apply to different scholarships, as you can see here, but the primary differences are whether or not you're bringing in an associate's degree and your GPA. Should you have any questions, you can find our contact information here. Right now, we are a mighty office of two, as we've recently had some staffing changes. And because it's just the two of us right now, the absolute best way to get in contact with us is via email. We can always look at those, respond during, in between meetings, after work, on the weekends, those kinds of things. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for these quick 5. I look forward to hearing from you as you explore your interest in Wright State, and we hope to see you soon. Raider up.
Thank you, Rachel. Our next presenter is from The Ohio State University.
Awesome. Thanks for being here, everyone. My name is Ben Nguyen. I'm the Assistant Director for Transfer Recruitment at The Ohio State University, and it's just my pleasure to be able to talk to you a little bit about the transfer process. So first things first, Ohio State is one of the largest and most comprehensive universities in the world. You know, the very things that make us unique as a university are the things that benefit and distinguish our students. We have over 200 academic majors, over 1,000 student organizations, and over 500,000 living alumni. And one of the things I wanted to address right off the bat is, I know especially for students that are looking at Ohio State, especially transfer students that are looking at Ohio State, sometimes the size of the institution can be a little bit intimidating. But I want to assure you that we work diligently to create communities within our larger community so that students can grow, learn, and be supported as individuals. And it starts all, from the very beginning, from the admissions process. And so much like a lot of my colleagues mentioned, we have an entire team dedicated for transfer admissions, and I help lead that team. We have an entire team dedicated to the first year experience, and so helping with our transfer students navigate orientation as they make that transition from their previous institution to becoming a Buckeye here at Ohio State, and then also being able to kind of help navigate all the different student organizations that we have and making sure that you're able to stay connected. And so, there's that phrase that you're going to be a big fish in a little pond, a little fish in a big pond. And that's absolutely not the case at Ohio State. You have the opportunity to really explore a bunch of little ponds and really find your niche. So one of the key niches or key ponds that we have here is that we are an R1 research institution. And what is that? Why does that matter? So the Carnegie classifications is an important classification grouping. It's sort of the gold standard. And there are only 149 universities in the country that are designated as R1 research institutions, which means they are the highest level of research and conducting research, and also have the amount of research that's being conducted at the highest level. And so how does that impact you as an undergraduate student? Well, it means that the professors that are doing this research, this world-class research, are the ones that are teaching you in the classroom. It means that these professors that are engaged in Nobel Prize-winning work are the ones that are writing your letters for medical school, that are writing your letters for law school, for business school, for graduate school. These are the same professors that are going to be able to advise you and maybe be able to say, hey, you're interested in this type of research? Great, I have an entire lab dedicated to it. How about you come on board as a sophomore, as a junior, as a senior, and be able to develop your resume? So the research opportunities here are extensive. And again, that's sort of one of the benefits of being a larger institution, is that we are able to bring in world-class faculty that conduct this research. Another thing I want to mention is sort of talking a little bit about the city. So we are, as many of you know, in Columbus, Ohio. It's the 14th largest city in Ohio. And there's just tons to do, certainly from an entertainment standpoint, whether it's, going to the Columbus Crew, which is a professional soccer team here in Columbus, the Columbus Blue Jackets game for professional hockey, Columbus Clippers for AAA baseball, or of course, Ohio State University sports. But we also are one of the fastest growing cities as far as tech opportunities. And also we've been a major business hub for quite some time. So how that matters to, or how that impacts our students is that when we're thinking about internships and career placements, knowing that you're in a city where you have these incredible Fortune 500 companies that are right in your backyard, some of them just right down the street, and being able to connect with them. Also knowing that Columbus is the capital of Ohio. So we have incredible legislation and it's an important stop for a lot of political campaigns. And so to being able to have that as a part of your undergraduate experience and also potentially your professional experience is really, really important. So just knowing that we are an institution that really, really works to create this small community, but we're taking advantage of every single opportunity as far as using our brand, using our city, and using everything that we can to make sure that you're maximizing your experience as undergraduate students. If you're interested in applying, what I'm going to do is momentarily, I'm going to throw our information into the chat as far as applying. There, you'll find information about our application process, our deadlines, financial aid. If you have any questions, you can email askabuckeye@osu.edu. It'll go right to our office and we'll be able to answer your questions and work with you directly. As I mentioned, we really, really do try to create a small community for our transfer students. We bring in roughly 3,000 transfer students a year, and our goal is to make sure that we get to know every single one of you so that you have the opportunity to really craft your path and be able to go graduate with an Ohio State University diploma and how to head off into that workforce as a successful alum. So that's all I got. I know some of my colleagues, we were running short on time, so I just want to make sure we had a chance to turn it over for questions.
Thank you, Ben. So that concludes the presentation portion of our session today. We're now going to transition to the Q&A. I want to encourage all of our presenters to return. Feel free to turn on your camera and I will pose a question to the group. Our presenters will respond to the question in the order in which they presented. The question is, what's one thing you want students to remember about your school? We'll start with Kim.
Oh, wow. That is a really good question. And there's so many things I can share. I think the one thing is that because we're a mid-sized campus and we're a little bit smaller, it's like big institution mentality, but small townish feel, and the relationships that you can build with instructors is just great, and the research opportunities that a student could have.
The one thing I'd like you to remember about Ursuline or know about Ursuline is that we are a women's focused college. We're in our 150th year, and we were selected #1 in the country as far as changing and transforming people's lives and economic circumstances as far as social mobility. So we're really quite proud of that.
So Tusculum, the instructors get a one-on-one feel within the classroom. Day one, you will actually, it's really like a 1:16 ratio in the classroom. Day one, you're going to get your instructors' telephone numbers and of course email, but they'll say, text me no matter what time of day it is. Of course, there's within reason. If it's like past a certain hour, they might not respond till the next morning, but they will be on it as soon as they know someone needs help. And that is what I've experienced as a student at Tusculum previously as well.
One thing at Muskingum is you have a faculty advisor, and because we're a smaller institution, everything is personalized to what your overall goal is. And so when you meet with a faculty advisor, it is somebody within your program. So you are meeting with somebody who already has connections to those internships, that workforce. We have career services on campus. And so you have to meet with your faculty advisor to schedule your classes to make sure that you're staying on top of your credits and you're staying on top of your gen eds if you don't have them transferred in, and your major requirements. If you're wanting to switch a major, smaller campus, lots of great communication and office cooperation, but also it's what is it that you want to achieve.
The hits about Wright State, if you will. One is to know that we are one of the most affordable institutions in the state, that we are one of the most accessible with those underground tunnels and other services that we provide on our campus, and that there is no shortage of opportunities to get involved, whether it be in the classroom, through research, or with D1 sports, clubs and organizations, things of that nature.
And just quickly with the Ohio State University, just what I want to share is just essentially the phrase that you are welcome. We have students that are represented from all 50 states, over 100 different countries here at the university. So knowing that there's that geographic diversity and representation, incredible religious representation, political representation, you know, a thriving LGBTQ population. And so just knowing that everyone is supported, welcome, and resources too. And thinking of the transfer student side, we do offer resources too for transfer students that may have children. And so to be able to kind of provide childcare on campus while students are sort of navigating schoolwork, we have the ability to kind of provide that support as well.
Thank you all for sharing. So we are approaching the end of our virtual college fair, but I do have a few closing announcements. As you exit from this session, a survey will appear. It's approximately 5 questions or so, but please complete the survey. It's extremely helpful as we aim to improve our virtual college fair offerings. I also want to remind you to visit our registration site to sign up for additional sessions. And finally, you can access this recording by visiting strivescan.com/Ohio. I want to thank all of our presenters for joining me, but also thank you to all of our attendees. I hope everyone has a great evening. Thank you.